Very good morning. See, I am Dr. Bankim Jani and I welcome you for this smart learning, a very scientific method of studies. Now, in this entire series, if you watch, say, you must have noticed that there were 4 videos which were already given to you, right, on this site, that is mastering your brain. There were 4 parts: part 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now it's like if I tell you that we'll start running marathon from tomorrow, how good would it be? Right? If I say that from tomorrow we'll start running full marathon. Now the full marathon is 42 kilometers. Now will it be possible, right, to run 42 kilometers straight away on the first day? Right? That is something which is impossible. We won't be able to do it. So we know that a logical method would be that we'll be practicing to strengthen our legs, we'll be practicing to make our heart and our lungs strong, and then we'll take care of so many other physical aspects, and then finally at the end of few months we'll be able to successfully run full marathon. Now same thing is true even for studies. Say it would be completely a false statement. It would be completely false statement to say that yes, after completion of say this course, straight away your reading speed would be 3 times, 4 times. No, it can never go like that. We have to really break our old methods, old false methods, and then we can be successful. So that's the reason I said that this program is very scientifically designed. It's not so that it will be giving you any of the false commitment. It will say you follow this and you'll get that result, and everything is divided into specific steps. Right? Everything is divided into specific steps, and those steps are like the way we were preparing for say full marathon, we discussed about that. The same way we'll be preparing our brain, and once our brain is ready, so then we can learn, in fact, not this smart learning, in fact anything. You want to learn NLP, neuro linguistic programming, it is something which enhances your brain functionality very high. That is what is called as the NLP, neuro linguistic programming. There are some things like in which you can really learn what's called as the self hypnosis. Now these things, they are so interesting. Now self hypnosis, I tell you one very interesting thing. Say one of my student, he was a smoker. Now very intelligent student. Now if you tell him that what are the harmful effects of smoking, he would give you a lecture for 2 hours on that. But then he would smoke. He would smoke. This is the problem. See, this is what really happens, that everyone knows that smoking is bad, right? But who stops it? Who stops it? No one. As soon as that cigarette comes in front of them, they start smoking. So is it lack of intelligence? I tell you one thing, all of you, all of you, no doubt about it, all of you are super intelligent. Everyone knows very well that yes, it is important to do proper studies. It is important to be successful in life, right? We know all these things. But this is, I tell you, this is all theory. This is all theory. All theory. When it comes to real practice, things are very different. Very, very different. The trouble is that in spite of knowing all these things, we know that yes, it is good, this, that, everything, right? But when it comes to following some of the practices, we find it so difficult. And still more difficult when we say that we have to do some practices daily. Say, for example, I just tell you, you commit yourself for one simple thing, that you will exercise just 5 minutes a day. You know, all those gyms, gymnasiums, how do they earn, right? Say first day someone takes membership in that gym, right? He's so excited, he'll buy new Nike shoes, new tracks, this, that, will put up the alarm at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then with tremendous enthusiasm he'll say, come on, let's go, and he'll join the gym, he'll go. Day 1 fine, day 2 fine, day 3 fine, but then on the 4th day he'll say, no, today I've got some work, so let's skip for one day. And then next day he'll say, no, today I am a bit tired, or I haven't taken even enough sleep, and now today is Friday, so let's say from Monday I'll be very regularly going. And you know that Monday never comes. One of the very interesting statistics is that out of 365 days in a year, only, yeah, this is true. And don't tell me that now you are thinking of opening a gym because it is so profitable. But this is true, that out of 365 days, only 15% of the members, they go to gym more than 100 days. Oh yes, only 15% of the gym members, they go for more than 100 days. So that means 85% of them, they are not attending at least for 275 days. So this is like a complete donation. This is free, right? They are not coming to the gym and they have already paid their annual membership. Now imagine the trouble. Imagine the trouble. Are all these 85% people stupid? Are they not understanding the value of physical fitness? Are they so generous that they don't mind paying thousands of rupees free to anyone? Now for any of the gym, let's consider a basic membership. Let's say it is 12,000 rupees a year. If you are not going for 275 days, that means you are donating at least 8,000 rupees to someone for nothing. 8,000 rupees. Will you give anyone 8,000 rupees for just nothing? Simply nothing. Just 8,000 rupees you are giving. And then that also without any pain, right? We don't even realize. Now why is it so? Only one reason. I am telling you, at the end of today's session, I'll say that you forget everything, I won't mind. You forget everything. It's completely fine. But if you remember just one thing, that would be a life-changing thing. That would be a life-changing thing. And say, just for my brief introduction, means I did my MBBS and then did my DMRE, MD radiology, and then super specialization in spine. Then this was for medical. Then I went into the field of information technology. Now there are Cisco, Microsoft, Sun Microsystems, and Novell. These are the four giant companies into the field of information technology. What they do is what they do is that they offer you certain certifications. Now those are the certifications which are valid worldwide, and passing standard of all these exams they are somewhere in the range of 80 to 90%. Yeah, passing standard, that's what I'm telling, that if someone gets 75% he's fail. So, and for every certification you have to appear for sometimes 3, sometimes 4, 5, even 7 exams. So I did my CCNA, then did my CCNP, this is CCDP, then CCSP. These are like Cisco Certified Network Associate, Network Professional, Design Professional, Security Professional, something which is dealing with cyber security. Then for Microsoft it was MCSE, MCSD which is for programming, MCDBA which is for database administrator. In Sun Microsystems, Sun Certified Network Associate and Sun Certified, say, Professional. Then in Novell it was Master CNE, CIP, CIBS, CIM, etc. There are so many. In all, there are about 23 certifications. And no jokes, all these were completed in the span of 16 months. After completion of this, I got the offer from Novell to become the technical evangelist for Southeast Asia. Now the whole idea is that actually when you try to do say this much in 16 months, normally it usually takes about 5 years to complete this much. When you really want to finish this so rapidly, it means there has to be a discipline. So that's what I was talking about, that we need a very specific discipline. Because if you do that, then that's what I said, that at the end of today's session, whether you practice rest of the skills or not, completely fine. You forget 99% of today's session, that's fine, no problem. But if you follow just one basic principle, that is discipline, you'll see that how effectively how effectively you progress in your life. So first thing first, when I say that you want to reach to national level, give me 1 year. You want to reach international level, give me 2 years. Now it's like, if I'm writing this, so then there must be some condition that no one can reach to national or international level so rapidly. But the thing is, if you follow just one simple trick, you learn one new thing a day. Now we do have few medical students also with us. Now they say that yes, we are learning one new topic. Definitely every day we are learning something new. There are few students, those who are in 10th standard. There are few students who are in 12th standard. There are few professionals. The point is, this is the thing. One new thing a day, which is not in your course curriculum. This is vital. I won't mind if you say that today I learned, say, how to tie a fuse. Or I won't mind if you say that today I learned how this ceiling fan moves. It's fine. anything is absolutely fine, because there is a very strong reason associated with it. See, no one is interested that what you have done in your, say, in your academics, right? No one is interested. When it comes to real life, things are very different. World appreciates that are you a solution provider, right? Take some example that if this is your laptop, this laptop has gone wrong, something wrong has happened to that laptop, it's not working, it's 2 a.m., it's night. Now you know that no one would be available to repair this thing, and you call up a friend. Let's say something is happening and it is giving me, say, 0xFFFF error. What if you say just open the laptop from the back side, there is one screw, take the memory out, clean it with nail polish remover and put it back, and boom, your computer starts. How happy would you be? The thing is that even though someone who said that no, he is not a computer engineer, but doesn't matter. Solution provider. You should be a solution provider. You can be a solution provider if you know just one thing: how to integrate. And trust me, integration is something which is demanded in today's world. It's like, say, whether you are in 10th standard, you are in 12th standard, you are in medical, you are in engineering, anything. But when it will come to real life, people would say just one thing, that yes, can you give me the solution? Right? So over here, our entire concept will be revolving around only one thing. Let's prepare your brain effectively. Okay. This is what has been taught in our schools. Right from the beginning, as we were in school, we were said that, let's say this is a book. This is 1, 2nd line, 3rd line, 4th line, 5th line, and so on. And how do we study? We study line by line, word by word, we reach to the end of the first line. Then we go back to the second line, and then once again we start studying. I don't want to insult any of the academic authorities, but the thing is, this is one of the worst method. This is one of the worst method to study. Say, as I mentioned in one of my film also, that in schools we are taught how to write English. Right? We are said that this is noun, this is verb, this is how the sentence is constructed, and this is the present tense, past tense, etc. And that's how we learn the language. Then we are said that, okay, this is a book and you read it. That is something we are not reading, we are just speaking. So they are in fact teaching us how to speak English. No one has ever taught us how to read English. You know that? No one has ever taught us how to read English. In fact, no one has taught us how to read any of the language. We are never taught how to read. So what happens? Say, if I tell you that, how are you? So you won't be telling me that, yes, I am very good at this point of time. You'll say just fine. Yeah. So there is a difference between when we write anything when we speak anything, and when we read anything. When we are reading something which has been written by the author, right? Something which has been written by the author. So author has to write every sentence very meticulously. But when it comes to reading, our job is to pick up the most important words, right? And take the whole crux out. And when crux or the main keywords out of that context, remember it, and we should be able to represent it when necessary. It's like try it by yourself that just for 1 minute you have to speak on, let's say, moon, right? This is, I think there was one game also, that 1 minute game. You have to speak on random topic. The topic would be given immediately to you, and without thinking, straight away you are on the microphone and entire audience is there and you start speaking. There is no time for preparation. I can guarantee you this thing. This thing is something which I can guarantee you, that once you are master of this method, studies is one thing, but you will be able to speak on even random topics with less amount of information to you very effectively. That means the whole idea is that you'll be able to express yourself very easily. You'll be able to express yourself. And yes, that would be so nice, because it will be very important from the interview point of view. In exam, in medical, there is theory exam and there is viva, practical. Now this is dangerous. It is the viva because you are like live. Examiner is asking you questions live. Now there is a very smart method, extremely smart method about how to guide your interviewer. This thing is good whether you are in IT, right? You are in IT, and whenever there is an interviewer is not a Hitler. He is not over there with AK-47 and he is planning that in case if you answer one question incorrect, and he would say that you will be shot dead. No, it won't happen like that. Interviewer is over there to select that there is complete audience. He is interested in one thing, that who is the best. Now at times he has asked you some very technical question, right? Doesn't matter. In case it happens like you don't know the answer. But is everyone supposed to know everything? Right? Is it so? No, not at all. You are not supposed to know everything. Similarly, in medical, they ask you few questions, and are you supposed to answer each and every question on this earth? It is said that a fool can ask such a question that no intelligent person can reply to that. It happens. But the idea is how smartly are you tackling it, right? So these are some of the, that's why we said that this is not a rapid reading course, or this is not something which will just increase your speed. This is something which will improve your understanding. That's the whole idea about this. So I'm giving you first exercise. This first exercise is, as I said, that if you are planning to run marathon, right? You are planning to run marathon. You are planning to run 42.195 kilometers within the stipulated time, so that you get a nice gold medal. You may get a medal. Now, one clarification, whatever I'll be telling, whatever I'll be discussing, or I am discussing, everything is like self-tested. Yeah, self-tested. In my one of the film, I put even a picture of my medals. Means I got 51 medals in the span of 3 years for running marathons, ultra marathons. Ultra marathon is something more than 42 kilometers, and the longest distance which I ran was 76 kilometers in one night. Yeah, it was the Baroda ultra marathon, and in which I ran 76 kilometers in one night. Now, in order to do this thing, you have to practice, you have to prepare yourself. So same way, think of that now you are going for ultra marathon of your life. Ultra marathon of your life, where you are preparing your brain. You are preparing your brain. To prepare your brain, this is the first practice. If I ask you a question, who is fast? Eyes are fast or brain is fast? Brain is completely dependent on electronics. It is like electricity, right? Number of impulse which are going, they are so rapid. In eyes, so there is physical movement, right? In eyes, there is physical movement. So eyes, they are definitely slower than brain. Brain walks at a very rapid pace. And that's why it's like, say, Albert Einstein what said, that logic would take you from A to B, but imagination or visualization, right? Imagination will take you from A to any level, any level. So we need to do certain practice. That means it's like I need to prepare my equipments very fine. And when it comes to studies, it is these eyes, they are very important. Now, as I say many a times, that you can never become a good Formula car racer if you don't know your engine well. Exactly the same way, say this is your eyeball, right? In your skull, this is your eyeball. And this eyeball is associated with several muscles, right? I won't be going into the details of these muscles, but there are muscles which are in various direction. Means it's like if I want to take my eyes up, eyes down, left or right, there are specific muscles. So first thing is, how do we train these eyes so that they move rapidly for our studies purpose? This is a small practice which you have to do just for 2 minutes a day. Just for 2 minutes a day. And what it is? On your book, let's say this is one page. This is one page. Mark 2 dots in the center. One extreme left, second extreme right. And give them the number. You don't have to write those numbers, just give them mentally this number. Like say, I am writing over here just for the sake of convenience and sake of explanation, but otherwise you won't write. It is written, it is to be written in your brain, in your mind. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we'll start our practice. You will say your eyes should jump from 1. You speak in your mind at this pace. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 1, 2. 3, 4, 3, 2. 1, 2, and so on. That's how at that pace you will be going. This is to begin with. As after about 1 minute, as you are comfortable, this is how you will be going for the second minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. Right? What I mean to say is you will double your speed. You will double your speed. Now at this point of information, at this point of time, no information is to be accumulated. You are rapidly just going for the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. This is what is called as the conditioning. This is what is called as the conditioning. You are conditioning your eyes. You will be doing it for 1 minute at a slow pace and second minute at a fast pace. Now I just said slow pace and rapid pace. I have not said that how many times you will be doing it in a minute. It is absolutely up to you. The idea is that this method is such that where you will never be comparing yourself with your friend that okay, my speed is this much, how come his or her speed is that much? No. My commitment is that wherever you are right now, you will surely progress. So it's like at this point of time, let's say your reading speed, if it is say 6 pages, yes, it would definitely reach to 10 pages. But if your speed is already 10 pages, so yes, it can reach to 15, 16, 18, 20 pages depending upon the commitment, depending upon how effectively you do the exercise. I tell you something which really happened. Bhilai Steel Plant, right? I conducted this seminar live over there and everyone was invited. It's like those high level professionals, their spouse, their kids, everyone was invited. The best performance which was given was not by those professionals, the best performance was by their kids. Those kids whose age was say just 15 to 18 years. Their performance was amazing. So much so, next morning I got a phone call that uncle we have finished all those exercises, and that call came at 5:30 in the morning. I said, beta, it's 5:30. Okay, yes, I was awake for the whole night. I said that the exercise which I gave was for 2 days, right? And in which you were supposed to put at least say 6 to 8 hours. What that young kid said, yes, I was awake for the whole night and I finished that thing. And he gave something so important. What he said is, he said that, sir, initially my speed was very less, but suddenly after practicing it for 4 hours, I could finish rest of the exercise in just 2 hours. Now see that kid whose age was just 16 years. He said something so important that yes, he could finish rest of the exercise in just 2 hours. And yes, that was true. That was so true. I never told this thing to anyone that it would happen that if you practice, the second session would be much faster. That kid told me. And trust me, those who were, say, elderly or those who are, say, matured people, right? Those who are into their 40s and plus, they said, sir, we reached to the chairman position, we reached to the president position. So now is it really necessary for us to learn anything? I always say the day you stop learning, that day you are dead. My father at the age of 64, he learned computers. He retired and then he was purely from the commerce background. But then one day he said that no, I must learn. He said, when my son is doing this much, so then why shouldn't I? And actually, he learned it so effectively that I used to get the questions like that I have connected my desktop and laptop with that switch, and I have configured network address translation netting on the router, but somehow when I am giving show IP net, so then one of the computer is not giving me proper translation. There is some clash, so what should I do? Now actually such technical questions he used to ask. Then I used to say him, Papa, have you done the proper range? So he would say, okay, let me check the subnetting. And someone would think, in fact, my students, they used to think that I'm talking to someone who is a very fine network engineer. Later on I said, no, I was talking to my father. So the thing is, these are such things that if you follow it, The results are so astonishing, and at times what happens is that on net we say that, see, Zakir Hussain, he's playing such a good tabla, right? A.R. Rahman, he's playing so good. You know what we are watching? We are watching a finished product. We are watching a finished product. We see that, yeah, Virat Kohli, he hit century, right? This shot was so good. But then, Baba, he has put so many hours of practice. He has put his heart and soul. So this is something which is so vital. So first thing is that practice, right? You will be doing, and this is for whole of your life. For your eyes, just a 2 minute of practice. What I explained to you: 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then that's how it will keep on going. This would be like an investment. Yes, this is like an investment. What investment is? You save something today and you will get the benefit at a later stage of life. When I say that fitness is not a fashion, fitness is a lifestyle. If you are fit, say at the age of 25, at the age of 30, nothing would happen. You are into the best state of your energy level. Your body is so good that even if you eat junk food, even if you eat all sorts of nonsense things, anything, you abuse your body, no problems. Nothing would happen. But the day something would happen, there won't be even a chance to cry. So the thing is, if you really keep good care of yourself at this age, you'll reap the great benefits when you are 50 plus. Otherwise, it happens like this is a normal life. Up to 22, 24, right? You are a student, you are studying. Let's say if you are into medical science, so then you will do your MBBS, then you will do your post graduation, then your internship, post graduation, then you'll be right. So almost up to the age of 28, 30, say you are into that, right? And then you set your practice. By the time you are of the age of 40, your practice is set, and now you are earning. You are earning. By the time when you reach to the age of 50, there is a huge tummy, right? Suffering from hypertension, suffering from diabetes, suffering from back pain, and this, that, all sorts of nonsense things. It is like at this point of time, you have got money, you have got dollars, you have got rupees, but then is your body supporting you for this? And then it becomes a dream. Hey boss, when we were in college, we used to go on cycle on this thing, that thing. And today, it is difficult for them to even get up from the bed. Many of my friends, their weight is, I am not writing in pounds, I am writing in kilograms. Their weight is 140 kilograms. Oh yeah, 140 kilograms. And with 140 kilogram, you can imagine how the life is, and they are multimillionaires. So same way, it is like an investment. Fitness is like an investment. You will be getting very good effect when you will be crossing the age of 40, when you will be crossing the age of 50. It is at that point. So same way, these are for your eyes. These are for your eyes. This is like a practice which you will be doing daily. And 2 minute is something, no one is that busy that they can't spend even 2 minutes in the entire day. And these 2 minutes is not necessary that book should be in front of you. Let's say you are watching TV, right? Here is some that channel indicator is there, right? Say Star Plus or anything. Think of some random object over here. Similarly, think of some random objects over here. Or it could be on the top shelf. There are some objects. You have put some showpieces or anything, any of the objects. And then start doing this practice. Even while watching TV, even while you are at the airport, you are at the railway station, anywhere, right? 2 minutes, you are waiting for someone, do it. This is vital. The next thing, it's like I'm preparing you for something so that you should be able to run marathon, right? Now what you have to do, you'll need a book, and this book, it should be from some collection where no one would abuse you for spoiling that book. Yes, this book would be completely spoilt. By the time you'll finish this exercise, it would be completely spoilt. Literally, it would be spoilt, gone. This is what you have to do. You can just pick up any of the old novel, any of the old book. Now these are the sentences. Right? This is, let's say, page number 1. On this page number 1, you take a marker pen or the sign pen, right? Thin marker pen, not a thick one, but thin marker pen, or a ball pen, preferably red color. Why I am telling red color? Because it is the red color which is most appealing to your brain. Even when you go to any of the electronic store and you say that yes, I want to buy a good television, I want to buy a good monitor for my computer, the gold standard is how effectively the red color is getting represented on that screen. This is the reason that we'll be using red color. It is most appealing to the human brain. And then in this entire section, all you need to do is you have to just pick up, is there any name? Is there any name? Name. But that's it. That's the only thing which you have to do. You have to find out, is there any name? Yes, 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 and mark it. The idea is, don't try to be smart and try to read rest of the content, because that is our normal tendency. This is the reason that our entire brain has been planned that yes, we have to read line by line, word by word. So just focus, only name. Now you know, in reality also you are doing this thing. Many times, say we feel that those our teachers, right? You write the exam for 3 hours. For 3 hours you wrote so much, right? Pages and pages. Pages and pages you wrote. Yeah, Mary, that's right. It is writing in a book, group grasp. Okay, okay, that's nice. All right. So let's say in exam you write for 3 hours. Do you really think the teacher would be taking 3 hours to check that thing? Teacher won't be spending even 3 or 4 minutes. Within 3-4 minutes you feel this is completely an injustice. I wrote for 3 hours and teacher is checking in 3 minutes. That's not injustice. It happens like that after checking few papers, teacher at a very high pace is looking for those keywords. That have you mentioned those keywords? Are they appearing into that text? So even if students feel that yes, we are super smart, right? And we say that in human heart there are 4 chambers, and then we write 4 chambers is something which is present in human heart, and we feel ki, yes, see, that's how I have increased the length of my question. It might be a happy thing for a student, but for a teacher, within split second they come to know. If he is knowing the contents well, within seconds he'll know that okay, student is trying to bluff. So the idea is, as your eyes are trained, you quickly pick up the keywords. It's like you are watching a cricket match and you have already seen the entire match. And then next morning when you take the newspaper and you scroll through that, and then you'll say, oh, here is the cricket news. Within seconds you'll be focusing on that. Today, now if you pick up the newspaper, the first thought comes, okay, how many people died because of corona? And your eyes would be searching for that. See how negative have our mindset become. We search for how many people died. Tell me honestly, how many times have we really seen that how many people were cured? That thing would be mentioned in a very small remote corner. Someone asked me this very interesting question, that why should we stay away from the newspaper? It is because so that you can come out of that negative feeds. Today our advertisements, they are bombarding on us. So that's the reason this is which is coming up for the third thing. Say this is a glass. If that entire glass is filled up with anything, whether it is water, whether it is milk, whether it is tea, coffee, anything, but even if I try to add one drop of it, it would spill over. I need this thing empty. I need this thing empty. Then and then I can put anything into it. But say way back, say about just 5 years back, this and all these whatever I am doing, proper studies have been done, that at that time you were getting bombarded about 300 times a day. 300 times a day in the form of some advertisement, in the form, say for example, one of the advertisement, right, of that prestige pressure cooker. Like say in Hindi it was like जो बीवी से करते प्यार वो prestige से कैसे करे इनकार. That advertisement means, I'll just translate it into English. It is like one who loves his wife, then he can't say no to this pressure cooker. That advertisement was a hit because there was straight comparison. It was, this thought was put into the mind that yes, if you really love your wife, you have to buy this pressure cooker. Now today, if you see the comparisons, they'll say that yes, you are appearing for the exam, you require energy, and what is the secret of your energy? And then there'll be all sorts of nonsense things. They are consisting of just sugar, nothing more. If you see the contents, you'll find 40% sugar. Sugar which is like a poison. They won't say that you take something which is having good amount of potassium. They won't say you take a coconut water. Baba, that is far cheaper than these drinks. But no. This is the power of advertisement. Advertisement is nothing but exploiting human weaknesses. Yeah, exactly. Nachiket, what you said is like we type on keyboard without even seeing the keys. Yes, you type so rapidly because it is coming from your subconscious mind. Now, say I tell you something which is so horrible. It's like if I show you that thing, right? I won't be showing you this right now, but I'll just tell you that. And in our future lectures, I won't mind even taking one lecture, one entire session on that. And that is that how these advertisement media, they are bombarding on you. What they do, there is one, say Lion King, right? Lion King everyone knows, right? And on that rock, when the lion was sitting, now if you watch, right, I got the screenshot of this. There was a cloud, and in this cloud there was an image, and that image was a pornographic image. If you take it into any of the DNLE, digital non-linear editing setup, right, and if you go frame by frame by frame by frame, it appeared for only few frames and then it disappeared. Say in theater, in those movie theater, right, now so it has become like a dream, but let's say once the lockdown opens and everything is fine, once again we'll start going back to those movie theaters. But say in advertisement, the power of advertisement, that's what I'm telling. Say as soon as there is intermission, again this is what I'm telling you is all tested. As soon as there is intermission, for fraction of second one slide would come and it would go away, and then other advertisements would start. you will go out and, like a completely hypnotized person, you will go to that popcorn counter and you will have that popcorn and coke, because for that split second it was a message: eat popcorn, drink cola. Our brain, it is called as persistence of vision. Persistence of vision is that even if you see anything, it will stay onto your eyesight for 1/14th of a second, right? For 1/14th of a second, you will be watching it. So let's say I drew this dot, right? Now we are going into this super slow motion. I drew this dot and I removed it. But still, that dot, even after removal, that dot will stay onto your mind for 1/14th of a second. This is what is called as the persistence of vision. So in persistence of vision, they use this method. They use such commands, they use such photographs, and they affect your subconscious. They affect your subconscious. And when your subconscious is involved, then it would happen, it will decrease your speed. So next is what is needed is you stay away from newspaper and TV. I'm telling, just for one day, just for one day, you stay away from TV and newspaper. Not more. Just for one day. These are the three things which we have to practice, right? These are the three things. Coming back to the second important point. These are the three practices which you will be doing for one day. After one day, see, it's like I'm not forcing you. After one day, you feel that, well, that day was good. If you feel, yes, it was good day, right? You felt light, you felt happy because you were away from newspaper and TV, and because there would be a strong urge that, yes, I really want to listen to latest news. But what news? It's like we have to listen to that news that, okay, in US there were 1.1 million patients of COVID, and today that number increased by these many thousands, so many died. Are all these things happy? Means they will be giving you pain at a very deeper level. And trust me, one simple thing: entire world would be with you if you are powerful. No one would be with you the day you go weak. Just imagine that how many, say, close your eyes and think of that, how many people would be affected if something happens to you at this point of time. How many people would actually cry? They will feel pain in their heart that, no, someone went away. You must have seen that even in crematorium, right? People talk about share market, talk about equity. They talk about that what would happen to this property and that property. So can't they control their emotions even for few minutes till the body is getting burnt? But this is what really happens. This is reality. So the point is, I would say, now the fourth point, I'm writing it in bold. Be selfish. Yes, I'm writing this thing in bold, that be selfish. Be very selfish. Why so? That if you really love your family, if you really care for others, the first thing is be selfish. Because otherwise, say, if your fitness goes down, and when I say fitness, I'm not talking about only the physical fitness. I'm talking about your mental fitness. I'm talking about your intellectual fitness, right? I'm talking about your financial fitness. any of these things they go down, the worst part is no one would support you. No one would support you. There will be very few people who will actually come and will ask you that, are you okay? Have you taken your lunch or dinner? Because otherwise the normal mentality is, as soon as something goes wrong to you, people would go away. Because what they feel can now he'll be burden on us. Whether it is physical fitness, imagine those who are praying to God that I want to die, because there is no one to take care of him or her. Mental fitness, when that thing goes down, so they keep on telling you about so many things. When I was this, I was doing this, that, but then today nothing. Intellectual fitness down, look at the patients of those Alzheimer's disease. How painful is their life? And when the financial fitness goes down, same thing. You will not get even a single call in a day. So all these things, I always say, be selfish, right? Now, when I say selfish, start with your physical fitness, because even if you have got amazing brain, but what if the physical fitness is bad? Because if the physical fitness is bad, it is your brain who will be affected first. If there is any problem in breathing, there is decreased oxygen carbon dioxide transfer, the first organ affected is brain, hypoxia. First, brain is affected. Brain would say that if I survive, then rest of the organs would survive. And I always say that those who are into ICU, they are the biggest idiots on this world. They never cared for themselves. Now look at that person who is into ICU, right? He is sleeping, right? He is sleeping in air conditioned thing. The trouble is with those relatives, those friends, those who are outside. Their heart rates, they are shooting high, right? They are worried. They are not taking their food properly. They are like worrying day and night. They are not taking their sleep properly. And this person is sleeping comfortably. Never be in this situation. Take good care of yourself first. So this is like, if you'll take good care of yourself, so then you will be able to learn new things. You'll be able to enjoy the money which you have earned, right? So that's why this is like, be selfish. So don't take me wrong, but selfish means do take good care of yourself. Always take good care of yourself. For this, 2 minutes you have spent for that eyes, right? And I need your 5 more minutes for exercise. Now those boys and girls, those who are already doing exercise, very fine. I really appreciate that, because I know so many people, right? When I talk to them, they said, yes, I'm doing say exercise at least for say 20 minutes, 25 minutes, half an hour. Say Saishnu is one of them. I talked with her, so she said, yes, I'm doing exercise daily. So I really appreciate those who are doing it. But in case if you are not doing it, you can't be that busy that you can't spare even 5 minutes a day, right? So next question comes is that 5 minutes, chalo done. 5 minutes committed. What will you do in those 5 minutes? This is what you will do in those 5 minutes. And say these 5 minutes are like your own. Whatever comes, whether the rate of gold increases or decreases, whether the equity market, right, crashes or it goes up, you should not be worrying about that Donald Trump or Narendra Modi will be calling you that, okay, what should be the decision for our next financial year, right? Don't worry about that. No one will be calling you for that. Yes, Seema, that's very nice. 30 minutes, 35 minutes, very nice. So 5 minutes, what you will be doing for 5 minutes? Because say, if I tell you that yes, you will be doing for 30 minutes a day, then immediately our brain is amazing. Brain will start with all sorts of excuses that, see, today I am supposed to study pharmacology. No, today I'll be taking my biology, right? And then we give all sorts of very fine excuses, and we are master of excuses. Then what we say today is what day? Thursday na, chalo from Monday definitely I'll start the exercise. Then say kare Monday, let's start it from first week of next month, that is better. And it keeps on going on and on. It's like 5 minutes, not from tomorrow, 5 minutes, because I think most of you must be in lockdown, right? So you have to start this 5-minute exercise as soon as we complete this session. Yes, I'm not telling today, I'm telling now. I'm telling now. You will be doing this exercise of 5 minutes from now. And you have to commit yourself only for 3 days. I don't want long commitments. Just for 3 days. 3 days is something what is called as the magical phase for human body. Yeah. Magical phase for human body. You do something with tremendous sincerity for 3 days. After 3 days, you'll start getting the pleasure. You'll feel that yes, if I am not doing exercise today, I'm missing something. And that's the thing when it becomes part of what's called as the second nature. When it comes to second nature, then it is an automated practice. Now it's like if I start teaching you right from the day one that this is the super reading method, this is a smart learning method, this is how you have to go for, say, these 3 types of studies, right? That is skim, scam, and study. That is skim, scan, and study type of exercise. And in this you will be going for this type of brain mapping. This, no, all those things. It is like you will feel that yes, it is good, right? At the end of 1 hour, at the end of 2 hours, you'll say yes, it was good. Yes, we are happy. I'll also feel yes, it was good. I told so many things. How much was it effective? Was it effective? No, it won't be effective. It would be like wasting your time and wasting my time. This is what would happen. But if we prepare ourselves that yes, we want to do something, considering that it is from the long term effect. So over here 5 minute is something everyone would be able to do it, right? And then that 5 minute will trigger something, and that thing is like a discipline. That thing is like a discipline. Why in any of the commando training they say that you have to wake up at what time? No, they never say that you have to wake up at what time. No, they never say that. They say report on field at 330 hours. 0330 hours. So that means at 3:30 a.m. you have to be on the field. Whether you wake up at 3 o'clock, you wake up at 3:15, you wake up at 2 o'clock, that's your problem. You report at this time. So same way, it is what is called as the conditioning of the brain. So same way over here, we'll condition our brain with what? Just 5 minutes. And that 5 minutes for 3 days. First minute, you will do spot running. You will do spot running. We don't want your heart to go into overload. Right? We don't want that. We do spot running. And the best is all of you are carrying very good cell phones, right? Very good cell phones. So start that stopwatch, keep it in front, and start doing spot running. This spot running is your time, at your pace, comfortably at your pace. Later on, I'll be telling you that the formula 220 minus your age, then what is max heart rate, this, that, everything, but not to overburden any of those things today. Today, you just start following this. For 1 minute, you'll be going for the spot running. After 1 minute, you know jumping jacks, right? A very simple exercise, jumping jack. So this is like we just jump and then we come back, right? Then once again we jump. So that is what is called as the jumping jack. You know that, right? That will do for 1 minute. Now see over here, I am not giving you the counts that you do jumping jack for 10 times, 12 times, 15 times. I am just telling you do jumping jack for 1 minute. That's it, just for 1 minute. And for that 1 minute, depending upon your efficiency, if you feel that you are draining yourself, slow down. But the idea is hold on for 1 entire minute. From the third minute you do squats, right? Squats. So squats is this, and you bend as if you are sitting on an invisible chair. From the standing position, you are trying to sit on an invisible chair, and then you once again stand up. Then once again you will bend, right? Keep one thing clear. Your knees should not be crossing the toes. Knees should not cross the toes, because else you will be damaging your knee. That is something which we don't want. So this squats again you will be doing for another 1 minute. The fourth minute is for 1 minute. If you are in open, so then run. If you are at home, so then do spot running and give your heart and soul. Go full on at the maximum pace you can go. At the maximum pace. Yes, heart rate would shoot like anything, but no worries. Go. Because it is just for 1 minute and nothing wrong would happen to you in 1 minute. Right? And in case at 45 seconds, if you feel that yes, you are damn tired, right? Slow down. Slow down. Do it second day, do it third day, do it fourth day. After a week, you will find that previously you were draining yourself at 45 seconds. Now consistently you are reaching to 1 minute. You will see that difference. And for the fifth minute, you will go for again a slow walk. It is like a slow walk, even if it is a spot walk. But don't forget to move your hands, right? As if you are marching on the spot. It is like marching on the spot. Now all these exercises, they are so simple, but knowingly or unknowingly, they are preparing your brain for that discipline. Otherwise it happens that we learn so many good things, but then after 1 or 2 days we forget. And then the worst part is when things go wrong. If someone is telling, okay, boss, just drink 3 liters of water a day, and we feel, yeah, 3 liters of water, so I drink. But actually when you start calculating, you'll find that you are not drinking even 1 liter of water a day. I was talking to someone in Africa. They said that water, well, we serve Coke, we serve Pepsi. I said, why? Because 1 glass of Coke, that consists of almost 33% sugar. Yeah, you want to consume that Coke, right? You want to consume that Coke of say 200 ml. I won't say no, but gentlemen, in that case, let's run for 10 kilometers and then have a Coke. Yes, this is what you have to consume. This is what you have to burn if you are drinking this much of sugar. But then over there they said that if we give water, it is like an insult. It is not an insult. If we are giving Coke, it is like we don't like that person and we say, okay, boss, you die. That's why I'm giving Coke to you. It is such a bad thing. It is impossible for us to burn that much sugar. And as I said, you are young, right? In your 20s, in your 30s, you abuse your body, nothing would happen. But as you cross the age of 40, you will feel the difference. You will feel that yes, now body is not delivering to that high level. And not today, but later on we can talk about even these things in depth. So many cases they come so that even their relationship with their spouse that thing goes bad because of the poor performance. So it is so vital. When you are into 20s and 30s, well, you are best. Your body energy is best. Things go wrong only at a later stage, right? So this is the fourth thing which you will be putting into practice, and just for 3 days. Just for 3 days. After 3 days, if you feel no, this is too much of a burden, leave it, no problem. But say just for 3 days, give it a shot. And still more effective would be if you fix a timing. Timing is like as soon as you wake up in the morning, or any time which you feel is best for you. So those 5 minutes of simple exercise, those who are doing say for 30 minutes, 35 minutes, right, that is, I really appreciate, and that is definitely good. Means it is so good for rest of your life. The fifth and the last thing for today, these are your sleeping hours. This is the duration for which you sleep. 5 minutes here and 5 minutes here. That is this before you go to sleep, as soon as you wake up. Over here, in both these cases, here you will write 1 and 2, only 2 points. And those points are: 1, what you desire, what you desire in life. And second, you will write over here, what will you do tomorrow. So for students, like if I say that, okay, students, they would say tomorrow I would be studying, say, 7th chapter of biology, right? So that's it. You have to just talk about this with yourself, think about it, and then go to sleep. Same thing is to be repeated as you wake up. Point 1 and point 2. That's it. When you do this, your body, your brain will go into the automatic state. It will keep on revising the things by itself. And later on, again, I'm telling you these easy things. Later on, I'll teach you that in the actual course, that say you have learnt topic 1, how will you revise this topic in just 2 to 3 minutes during this phase and during this phase, and you don't have to remember it forever. You'll always remember it, and it will come into your mind automatically as you will go for your exams. So that's the thing. You never ever have to cram anything. Never. You never have to cram anything. Because if you cram anything, the moment exam is over, you forget. So these are the 5 important points. Now, say today in the evening hour, once again, there will be similar lecture. Why I'm telling similar lecture is the topic would remain same. Even say these major points would be same, but because none of these lectures, they are like written or say planned in a specific format. All of these things, they will be extempore. So I don't mind. You can join even in the evening hour also, because we'll be meeting in the evening also. I'll put it into that live session, and we'll be talking about as such these points, but might be we'll be coming up with even more examples. We'll be coming up with some more ideas, right? All those things. One important thing in the evening hour, I just noticed one thing, right? I'm telling frankly, I just noticed one thing. Say in the evening hour, this is what I'll do. The entire training, right? Today, though I was erasing, right now I was erasing the thing. In the evening, I won't erase anything. I'll prepare multiple pages well in advance, so that one after the another, all those pages, they'll keep on scrolling, and once this thing is complete, I'll save it as a PDF and I'll put it over here only at YouTube. So you can always download it. So that way you'll always remain in touch. Regarding the time, I'll let you know. But I think it is at 6 o'clock. It is at 6 p.m. But still I'll confirm. Okay. So these are the basic things. Now there is a helpline number also. The helpline number has been given, right? It is, and I'll say that helpline number, which is say 7030. This is for India's number. This is India's number, 7030306611. This is the helpline number, and you can contact them, right? Because we are planning for one full-fledged course for 6 days, right? And every day it would be for 1.5 hour, right? 1 to 1.5 hour, and in that we'll be practicing say every concept, so that we actually say get benefit of these systems. Otherwise, say whatever we have, say in film 1, mastering your brain part 1, part 2, part 3 and part 4, right? You go through those films and then you put it into practice what we discussed today. In the evening we'll also be discussing these things, but you put into practice these things, and then comes your brain is ready, then comes the real training, the real professional training. And that training would be where you really, if I say that you will be able to revise your, say this is for say 10th or 12th students, that you should be able to revise your entire biology subject in say 4 days. So I'm writing more, but well, you can finish it in even 2 days. Yes, entire subject. I'm not talking about one topic. So this would be the pace, that within 1 week, if you say that I should be able to revise all of my entire course, yes, you can do that. Say for medical students, I prepared one full-scape book, right? Just one full-scape book of about 150 pages, and it was the crux of entire Love and Bailey. That is the book for surgery. So that way, you will be able to represent the things very effectively when it is needed, right? So this is what I wanted to convey. And say in the evening also, do make a point to join, because we'll be discussing say not only these points, but we might be discussing some few other points. Else, just let me know that whether you have finished that exercise or not, right? And who knows, that if you have really done it, you might be a motivator for someone else. Can you repeat the question? Because there is a message, I put one question above regarding concentration. Yeah, can you please repeat the question? Anything you want to ask? Okay, let me scroll up that what question was asked. All right. See, regarding the concentration, you know, yeah, say there is very interesting thing. Way back, I won't tell the name that I go, because they are too reputed, but way back, means it's like more than 10 years back, I went into one of the session of meditation. They said that okay, now everyone will close their eyes and stop thinking. I said, really? Can you stop thinking? I said that had I been be able to stop my thought process, I would not have come over here. And the best part is, if I tell you that yes, you believe in God, if yes, God will be right there, He'll be logging immediately into our session. Only thing is, for just 30 seconds, everyone would not be thinking about, say, bear, that polar bear, right? That white polar bear, that heavy body, and then moving his head and walking slowly. But all of you won't be thinking about that polar bear. Everyone would say that why was it necessary to tell that don't think about polar bear, right? We could have thought about shark, we could have thought about whale, we could have thought about dinosaur, but then you said that don't think about polar bear. Now out of thin air, right, that polar bear would come. We'll start thinking about that. We tell our brain not to do anything, brain would say why, I'll do that thing first. So in meditation, the moment it is said that don't think about anything, brain would say, well, I have got 10 points to think, and brain would start on that. So this is the thing, that over here, we won't be forcing our brain at all for anything. We can't rule our brain, but we'll be able to guide our brain. So this is what would be our entire motto. We'll be guiding our brain in such a way so that it becomes a second process, second nature of our human body. So that's why those 2 minutes of exercise, eye exercise, that is so important, and those 5 minutes of physical exercise, because what it will do, it will create a confidence in yourself that yes, I can do that. If I sustain for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 days, so yes, I can sustain for any other thing also. And that's how things will be so effective, right? All the concentration, that if you cannot focus, just follow these things, and very soon you will find that it is like cycling. Suddenly you will feel that yes, that nature of focusing has come automatically. The way you feel that on the first day when you felt that chalo, I'm learning how to drive bicycle, and you were falling left and right, but now today you are driving a bike. That cycle was not going at the speed of even 15 kilometers an hour, and now today you are driving a bike at 120 kilometers per hour. See the improvement. So this is the difference, that as it comes into your second nature, you'll become more and more effective, right? It will take time, but yes, if you follow these practices, right, the results are guaranteed. So thank you so much for this session, and say soon we'll meet again. Thank you so much.